Contestant 9, Craig McGregor, Adventures Before Dementia. With Adventure Before Dementia, please welcome Craig McGregor.
Contestant Chair, ladies and gentlemen, do you remember when you were young? Getting old was full of adventure. Dad, I'm 4.5. Soon I'll be 5. So you will, son. And with open arms, he gave me a giant hug. Getting older was cool. Have you ever wondered how old you will become? More importantly, what will your quality of life be? I found a website that would tell me how old I would become. I entered my details, and they said I would live till I was 86 years of age. 86 happens to be the age of my father. So I entered his details. And they predict that he's going to live until he is 91.5. Good luck with that. As I've gotten older, I've become more interested in the human brain. Our brain weighs about 1.5 kilograms and uses 20% of our cardiac output. But inside there are 90 billion neurons. And neurons, they get excited. They help us think, sense, and behave. And when they fire together, they wire together. They help us communicate too. Each of us know 20 to 30,000 words. Some of you not very many. Some of those words aren't very interesting, relevant, or important. But on the other hand, some of those words are interesting, relevant, and important. And according to my parents, they're called swear words. I swear to you, there was a day I looked at my parents and I thought, oh, how did we all miss it? There was no more lawn bowls with the lads. There was no more marching with the girls. There was no more trips to the caravan with the family. The adventure in life was gone. We started to see personality changes in my father. He was becoming cantankerous. He would be really happy and then really sad. He was confused about being confused, which confused all of us. When I think of what's happening to him, the experts say, you can delay the onset of dementia because that's what he's got. Dementia, or in this case, Alzheimer's. And in the rest home community, it's known as the long goodbye. You can delay it by eating well, exercising your body, and exercising your mind. Chances are, my father is going to lose 1/3 of his brain mass, and with it, 30 billion neurons will disconnect. Oh, there's 2 in perfect working conditions. The neurons involved with inappropriate comments and escaping. He lived in a rest home and they provided him with wonderful care. But to him, he believed he was in a prison. Get me out of here! And one day, he did go missing. Pandemonium in the rest home. Send out the posse. Oh, he was found 3 stories up a stairwell, testing all the doors. And when they cornered him, he turned on them. He used his walker like a shield, his arm like a sword. It was a scene from the movie Braveheart. You can take our lives, but you will never take our freedom. On the basis he had lost his marbles, he was transported to hospital by ambulance. They gave him a message to give to the doctors. Do not return to sender. When I arrived there a couple of hours later, he took one look at me and said, "What's happening to me? Why am I here?" I said, "Dad, they told me you were fighting the staff. What were you doing up the stairs?" "Stairs," he said. "What stairs?" "I don't like stairs." In the room with us was a rather officious clinical psychologist, and she was withdrawing Dad's right to make decisions about his life. We were separating our parents after 65 years of marriage. My father took one look at me like I'd just given him the kiss of Judas. I sure wasn't telling him that his granddaughter was being married the next day. When I returned from that wedding, I went and saw my father at the hospital, a hospital that he believes he owns, and I needed to help him go to the toilet. And as he's doing his business, he misses, creating a puddle on the floor. He studied this for a moment, and then he looked up. "You're not going to believe this, there's a leak in the roof." Followed by, "Wow, what kind of hotel is this anyway? The food is lousy." "Yeah, not according to the size of your stomach, Dad." And he laughed, nearly losing his teeth in the toilet. Then he reached up with open arms and gave me a giant hug, like I'd just turned 4.5, going on 5. Ladies and gentlemen, we're all getting older. It comes with risks. While I love my father, I don't want him to live until he's 91.5. We all want adventure before dementia, but for some of you, it's too late. For the rest of you, 3 things to do. Eat well. Exercise your body. Exercise your mind. There's a simple reason. Neurons that fire together, wire together. Contest chair.